reach.
Do your worst. Seriously.
Flop you with a tackle.
Miss!
You dive under the vine.
Like Matrix style.
Mm-hmm. And select. Oh yeah.
I've certainly hit.
So 47 damage.
Did I kill steal?
I think you did.
You know,
Then again, it's
half-
not really kill stealing if you do like 2/3 of a thing's health and damage.
it's key steal. It's kill
No.
stealing.
Oh.
It's kill stealing. No, Chloe's. No,
No,
Chloe.
not yet. She can't
She
do
could whip.
that in.
She could whip with her tail.
Whip the plant. I'm not sure she's going to hit.
She's not gonna do that.
Oh,
Jack.
Should
Be awesome to kill
she
steal.
heal Crumblejack?
You should.
Okay. Here you go. Whoa!
No,
That's
That's wrong.
That was spell resistance.
That was totally wrong. There we go. I was a little surprised there. 12.
Yay.
It's a moderate wound spot, right?
Yeah.
Grumblejack. Get his
Grumblejack.
revenge.
Well, now, you know how it goes.
Protect your precious plant.
If he hits.
Miss.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Kyron.
He had to pick up his weapon, so unfortunately I can't do.
Kyron,
hang on,
on the
are
other
we in
hand,
the aura?
is going to crit it to death.
Really planted a wheelchair.
So,
I'm not sure why I rolled 52.
Kyron is the master weed killer.
That's his street name, Master Weed Killer.
Yeah. Nobody ever invites him because he doesn't share.
Yeah. God damn, is it Puff Puff Pass? God damn it.
I'm moving
It's
Takes
just-
it all by himself.
He just sucks it down.
Come on, does this plant have a skull? That's the biggest question.
Yes. It's not its own, though. It certainly does
Someone
have one. A few,
someone else
actually. I
has
should
one.
look around. Some of the vines have them sort of impaled, growing out through the eyes and such. Seems to be perfect hatching grounds for new bulbs.
Oh, well, isn't that nice?
Maybe you just killed 2 potential mother plants.
Oh,
I feel good about that. We should probably move on.
probably
Is
should.
combat over?
Yes. For now.
Let's find some more
I
vital
still
vines,
feel
shall
the
we?
sort of thick sort of dust in the air. Sort of luring. Trying to infect your minds.
Well, quickly throw a heal on someone who needs, and then let's move.
Grumblejack, I guess, can get some. Do I heal Grumblejack? I guess I should.
Yes, you should. He's not that healthy.
Grumblejack will get 14 health. That was a horrible roll.
That was a horrible roll.
And I'll heal myself.
That's how we do it.
You
Kyron's
know,
missing some hit points as well.
you know, my
If you have any spells.
character is very self-interested in healing himself.
Mm-hmm.
Kyron can get a cure serious.
32.
Yep, that's,
That was a good roll, actually.
And he shall recast False Life 2 for 17 temporary.
That was actually a pretty good roll we did on Kyron. Like 2 6s and a 3.
Spend a few minutes in the plant.
Not a few minutes. It's not a few minutes. It's a few rounds.
Just
Going
a
inside.
spell cast.
Yeah, it's half a minute. Basically. Let's go. Go, 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 go.
Run.
Run, you fools! Or fly in this case, because I am flying.
You know, a lot of us have how to fly. I don't know if you've noticed.
I assume this
Yeah,
is the glorious little... And yeah, alright. Lovely.
What you walk into seems to be sort of... It has this weird moss grown everywhere. But it seems like, even more so than before, here the cave floor has sort of been clearly burned with acid quite heavily over the years. You see a few, tastefully placed, almost obsidian skeletons of some people who... It seems like these have been almost as if they were vaporized and then blasted into the stone beneath them.
Zachariah looks over to Kyron.
Kyron will look over to Zacharias and say, no fire, and watch out for gases. It is not a nice place.
No fire, you say?
You can hear the sort of bubbling and slight hissing of vents and
Slightly out of my element then.
such.
So these are just random skeletons,
They seem to be tastefully placed skeletons.
tastefully placed.
It's like an art gallery.
As you look over here, you see in the wall, someone with great strength has taken what seems to be a mammoth and punched it so hard that it has been embedded in the wall itself, where it then has rotted, leaving half the skeleton sort of visible, grinning menacingly.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, a zombie mammoth.
Are you going to resurrect the stuck mammoth?
No, that might be an insult. He might think I'm stealing his treasures.
You've resurrected my art. How dare
Place
you?
is slightly lit. It seems like a gallery with green, what seem to be ever-burning torches.
Oh.
At least it's nice to buy some expensive lighting. Zacharias rushes ahead.
Zacharias is not afraid. We need to find this dragon.
You know, do you want to be the one to walk into the throne room?
Sure. Zacharias will lead the charge.
So, are there like different ways one can go in here? Is this like an intersection?
It seems like there are some different places to go, certainly.
Well,
Is there an obvious trail where a huge dragon could have crawled out? Like,
It's not really a trail. It seems like this place has been very intricately burned and sort of melted, really. Around you, you see sort of in the walls and the ceiling, embedded in the floor, a whole lot of different creatures, skeleton remains, even tools and rests of melted weapons and such. I mean, there's giants, there are dwarves, there are people. I mean, there's really any creature you could imagine. However, none of them puny or such. All of the placements of these creatures tell of incredibly intricate deaths that must have been orchestrated by some enormous power. Even if a human skeleton could be placed easily by simply killing it, none of those seem to be here. Only ones that must have died a completely spectacular death.
he likes his memories, basically. Well,
if it means anything, he's probably this way, I'm
Yeah.
guessing, but a much wider corridor.
yeah, I think so too.
Which probably means if we screw up, ambushes this way.
Look down the corridor.
I think
Chloe
once
sitting
we
on-
actually find Jargammon and ambush is the least we have to worry about.
We ambush our
Hey,
gammon.
I can move myself.
Of course.
I should go here. I will be right back.
Oh,
Just outside of your line of sight right now is the snarling face of a dragon.
Hey, hang on. Let me move Chloe for a second. Take a look at this. Something I noticed right before we moved. Look at the skeleton now.
Chloe gets,
oh no, Chloe!
Ah, what happened? I can't feel
What
my
about this
feet.
one? Can she? No, that one
No.
doesn't work.
Oh, she can't feel her hands.
Oh, Chloe. Better hide Chloe. He might look at Chloe and be like, "What is that horrible critter?"
You sure?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Telebundus
I
didn't
think so.
like Chloe.
Oh, she.
I think nobody likes Chloe.
Oh, that's not true. Everyone likes Chloe.
Oh, it's a drake. Nobody likes drakes. Not even other drakes.
Well, she. If you want her to keep healing you have to be more nice to her.
And Chiron's decently nice to her, in a way. By not acknowledging her existence. That's pretty nice. As a player, I like drakes.
Who
They're like
doesn't?
they're like dragon puppies.
Yes, they are. That's precisely what they are.
Also, I think earlier in the chat, someone was like adamantine, more like adamantine.
Ah! Boom!
Ah.
That was a good one.
Well, yes. Kudos to whoever said that.
Fucking mosquitoes, go away.
Hmm.
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 Hmm. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll be boosting my will save later. Later, my will save will end up being plus 21.
Yeah, you're taking the cleric feat.
You know, adding my charisma to my
Yeah,
my will
it's-
save is
it
kind
is-
of powerful.
It's too good to ignore.
For an oracle, yes. Especially later that my charisma should be plus 10 eventually.
Indeed.
Or even possibly higher, depending on what happens.
Will be the best saves ever.
It's like, a paladin saves are huge. I need a like seriously the belt. He doesn't have like a belt, and he's like the belt of con dex would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Things that I don't actually need, but I really want.
Right.
Because more hit points.
Can I take the charisma feat? No, I can't, right? It's only divine casters.
It's more notably the big problem with you have to have a domain or mystery,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
which you have neither.
No. I
Would
can
Zacharias like
multiclass.
would Zacharias like to obtain a domain?
Absolutely not. That would
I
imply
take
Zacharias
2 levels.
worship something.
I take 2 levels in Paladin, so I can take that feat.
Exactly.
What? Well, then again, if you already have the Paladin thing, the feat gives +1 to all saves, which isn't bad either, to be honest.
Certainly isn't. +1 to all saves is very good.
Still, plus
You'd
9 to
rather
all
want
saves.
+2 to your worst one, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, the point is plus 9 to all saves, though, is far better than all of that.
As you move through this landscape, this gallery of death and destruction, it is an eerily feeling, almost as if it's placed here to remind you of what you're entering. A warning, perhaps.
Unfortunately, we're all too foolish to listen to some warning.
It's too late now. We press on.
Cash allows Chloe to emerge into her back,
Alright.
just in case he
Tracking,
feels
Licking
that
sounds.
it's you know.
The
Disgrace
snapping,
to have it
the
near you.
snapping
This-
sounds of Cash's ribs opening up so Chloe can go inside.
You know, can I say after Zacharias if we teleport, he takes me?
Can you move Chloe, Manakai? Or should we just leave her there?
Come on, Kyron, you're leading the charge here.
Yeah, Kyron will reluctantly.
You know, the escape plan is easy. We throw Grumblejack at him and then we escape.
Hopefully with a great
So we
teleport.
kill Grumblejack.
To survive,
That's
yes.
the plan, yes.
Definitely. If it's between dying and or sacrificing Grumblejack, we are sacrificing Grumblejack.
And then you can play Golem 2.0.
Golem returns. He actually survived somehow.
Yeah, he comes back, he's like, his face is half melted off, and he's like, I have come.
Well, his mission was to kill everything in that direction, so it's gonna take some time.
He would eventually reach us in theory, though.
So, Manikai, I don't suppose Salamonis would actually know the right way to go.
No, this is kind of just a big.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's much.
Go, go, go!
Once again, this
Let's
still
go
seems like
this
the
way.
biggest corridor.
Yep. That is clearly the way.
Like, I'm thinking each of these off branches is like a den of a different dragon, though. It is quite scary.
Dragon. Sorry.
We better remember to knock the right door, though.
Maybe Chargaman is actually multiple small dragons.
Maybe he's like a diverse, right?
Yeah,
Dragon Gestalt.
yeah, maybe.
No, I'll be close to Zacharias.
For the
You like my
teleport.
Yeah.
Now everyone is
Be-
close to Zacharias.
We're all like, Zacharias, help me.
Are you like holding hands or something?
Yeah, we're
Feel
holding.
the nauseous clouds of gas becoming thicker
Oh, well, that's a good sign.
further
We're-
in.
We're all holding hands.
We've got air
with
bubble on the right
Zacharias.
side.
We
It
do
sort of-
have-
It sort of stings a bit in the throat.
We do have
As the acidic, very sour air
Ugh.
enters your lungs.
You know, if the air ever turns into just a complete, toxic gas, we have air bubble. But
Yeah, the air bubbles are technically still in effect.
I like that we're so clingy. You should be on his other side. You can have his other hand.
Zacharias is very like, ugh.
I'll just grab his shoulder.
it's always like grabbing you, but he's very paranoid too. he has not been a dragon's lair before, and he probably doesn't want to be here.
Would Zacharias be open to hold hands?
You hear a great sizzling coming from the north.
The north?
This way.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh, okay.
Let's go that way then.
You sure?
I think
Right,
while
let's,
walking through this whole maze of things, Kyron would take some time to quickly refresh his buffs. It shouldn't take
Conga
too
line.
long.
Zagreus will look down the big corridor before we go and into the sides. Okay.
That's not a corridor at all.
That is not a corridor at all.
Let's go this way.
Let's go.
Conga line.
No, I want to hold his hand just in case.
Aha!
That
be-
doesn't look
aha.
ominous at all.
Yes, the train does 30 acid damage per round.
Oh!
Kyron looks further and he sees the edge of what seems to be a very, very, very deep pool of sizzling acid. This is most likely the most potent acid he's ever seen.
Money.
If not outright immune, resistances would not do much. Potentially not even metals and glass and such would do a whole lot
Oh.
to survive in this.
Oh,
Alright, so
And
bring
there's not a lot of
Possible to create a submersible.
the adamantine bucket and let's start hauling this.
Well, if I was a Black Dragon, I'd be there. So let's go there. and check
Indeed,
it
indeed.
out, I suppose.
It's,
You know,
Oh,
good thing
boy.
we could all fly, isn't it?
oh boy, get ready to throw yourselves on the ground.
You know, it might be.
we are
like
not
you guys-
worthy.
Well, we can't
Exactly.
throw ourselves on the. We can't throw ourselves on the ground unless they put airwalk in us. Which actually is not the worst idea. I might do that because just in case our fly runs out.
I mean, we're on a cliff right now and we're walking on rocks, or Zagreus is flying over rocks, but you know.
Yeah, the point is, we're going over a pool of acid. It looks like.
I hope we're not going over the acid.
I think we are.
Ugh. Ah! Okay, we're dead.
Yeah, I think airwalk's a great idea.
What? What happened? What?
We're dead. We fell
What?
into the acid, it's gone.
What?
Oh,
Well, I'm still
what?
here.
that's Cash is the only one. Oh, no.
What happened? Where's everyone?
Cash!
Cash! We're being transported to purgatory.
Dun 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 dun.
We're now where she's instantaneously died from the fumes, and now we're in purgatory.
Probably, yeah.
Purgatory's not a nice place.
But I can't be poisoned.
That's, you know, it's not the worst place.
You know, poison is not acid.
No, but we were not standing in the acid.
No, but you can still have acidic fumes.
We have air bubble.
Can we talk about this later?
Okay.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we're stuck in purgatory. What else do we have to do?
That's true.
We await
Oh.
our doom.
That's a
Yeah.
good thing to do.
Oh god.
What?
Oh,
Oh, that,
oh,
that pitch looks pleasant.
oh boy. Well,
I'm not a fan.
The sizzling black acid in front of you, sort of letting off slight sort of blinks of light from the torches placed all around the cave. And then, as you walk closer, something enormous spouts out of the acid, as black as hell itself, and enormous appears.
You took my
oh
height.
jeez, that is big.
That's
What?
Looks down at you.
Oh,
Help! Send help!
Gargamon in front of you.
it's not even joking. Well, Chiron will immediately.
Has
start-
your life proven so worthless, sub-creatures, that you have come to offer it to me?
Great dragon says as acid drips from its mouth. And I'd like all of you to take a will save.
Is this versus fear by any chance?
Oh yeah.
Chiron's scared.
If
shitless.
Marcus was here, he would be immune.
So
Unfortunately.
is
Oh.
it it's a mind effect? So I
No,
can
it's not.
Aw,
That's a
It's
fear
fear.
effect.
Well, fear can be mind affecting too.
yeah, it
It's not.
can.
It's not.
Hush you.
This isn't though. This is just straight fear
Yeah,
of
because
this giant creature.
he's freaking
He's
scary.
fearsome.
Oh my god, I'm just running.
Because as you see this terrifying sight, the closest anyone has ever gotten to see a god in real form. Well, it seems that everybody but Zacharias are currently breaking and panicking inside, quivering and feeling hardcore disability in moving, their legs stunned to the ground.
Well,
You're all shaken as long as you're near this thing.
Zacharias,
I- I-
Zacharias
I- I-
throws
I-
himself to the ground.
Chiron will bow, and in that bow, bring to light his other side. That rhymed, I like it. It's a good sign. Let me set the token up really quick, and then...
Tell me what you do. This is an encounter. We're going to do this without too much thinking time. What is said is said. Really keep the out-of-game talk to a minimum.
Okay. After doing his transformation, Telemondus will address Chagamon and say, "Please, sire, it is me, Telemondus. If you will spare my life for just a moment, I can explain my intrusion. I intended this meeting to be more convenient for you, however, my brother's refusal to cooperate has made that difficult. I'm sure if he wasn't still in shock from his recent failure and near death, he would have kept his wits about him, but he did not, alas. He has told you about our encounter, I assume?" Telemondus is basically as close to kneeling as a dragon can come.
What are the rest of you doing?
Kneeling the hell out of it.
Yeah, Zacharias is kneeling before him.
Rumblejack is.
Basically being the sheer vision of subservience.
He's not even looking at it.
The enormous tail sort of can be seen slithering through the acid as the red eyes look at you. He could gouge you up easily in just a second if he wanted to, and seemingly contemplating it.
So you are the one who inflicted this filth upon me.
Yeah, he sneers. Clearly not in a very, very good mood. As you see another dragon slither up from the acid. Jerathon. He looks a little worse for wear, really.
It's been hit by...
His throat raw and sort of scaleless.
Oh.
You.
If I probably didn't use healing, he'd probably be dead.
Seeing... Okay, continue.
I see as the eyes look at you.
You took him from the birds and brought him here.
He's sneering.
To do such a deed, you must want something. Speak. Why do you seek an audience with the great Jargamon?
I did not intend for him to come here so immediately and unprepared, sire. I promise. But yes, as you have correctly guessed, there is something I want to propose to you. You see, the people of the kingdom of Talingard have grown bold, sire. Your name is being used to entertain and scare their younglings. And as Jerathon here can confirm, it appears that hunting your brood has become a sport among them. Not only have they lost their respect, but they have also lost their fear of us and of you. It seems the people's memory is rather short. They might have to be reminded of your magnificence, sire, and your might. A calculated display of force by you, sire, will be most effective in the current state of the kingdom by my predictions. And profitable too. It will not only be instrumental in a very desirable change in leadership, but also make sure that the new leadership will not forget you, sire, and your brood.
Sort of a gurgle, or sort of a big, thick sound, almost as sort of syrup being turned in a turbine, very fast. Well, Chiron, could you do a reflex save?
Sure. That's going to end well. Nope.
All right.
Oh god.
I've not rolled higher than 3 on saves today.
Oh, he snarls as he sort of casually breathes a line of acid over Telemundus.
You were supposed to make them remember. You pathetic little worm. You bring this filth in front of me. You are my greatest failures.
He says as his tail slaps Jerathon, setting him towards the wall where he smacks into it.
At being called a failure, Telemondos probably recoils more at that than at the acid, and basically says, "My sire, basically looking for words for a moment there, as I'm doing in real life. It is yet possible for me to do great things, sire, but for this plan to work, it will require your assistance. But if it does work, then the kingdom will never forget you or me. I've plans in motion, plans that are almost coming to
Why should I bother? In my lair, I am all powerful. The kingdom will never forget the wounds it has suffered at my hand. Swings. Upon here, down here, I am a god. Nothing can threaten me. I can do whatever I want. Why do I care about these filthy humans?
Sire, you said that the kingdom would never forget, but it already has, I'm afraid. Human memory, especially, is short. Your last show is merely a myth now among them.
You dare question me?
I do not question you. Not at all. I know your might. I know your greatness, your magnificence, and I know what you expect of your brood. And yet, I'm merely
one. I smell it on you, all of you. The stench of plague. You wrought the plague upon the Care Briar.
Just be honest with him.
So, was Telemonus even there? Like, does...
Well, Chiron was certainly
Chiron
there.
was, that's true. I guess they share memories.
They certainly do. It was necessary, sire. It was not my plan. It was a plan I was made to assist. And yet it will have very, very positive effects for us, for you, for your brood. It is true that you are God here, and you are mighty and all-powerful. But the kingdom does not know anymore. Your existence is a myth, and I do think they need to be reminded.
Begin slithering, looking at the tasty morsels you have brought with you.
Oh right, yes, the sack.
Well, he doesn't really look at that currently.
He's looking at us.
He's looking at the other morsels.
Zacharias will, noticing this, will quickly, snap at Grumblejack to throw down the sack with the villagers.
How many villagers did we bring?
I don't know.
Several. Probably as much as Grumblejack could carry.
3 fits in a Grumblejack sack.
Yeah.